Welcome to the show, everybody. My name's Steve Schaefer.
And I'm Cody Adams.
And this is a Damn Good Time podcast.
Hit him with it.
Karate. This week's episode, we're going to get into St. Patrick's Day. Technically, it was yesterday, but we still have St. Pat's weekend to look forward to.
Yep.
We are going to talk about the Treat Yourself Stimmy Edition.
Treat Yourself Stimmy Edition 2021.
Going to the top 5 of cool things to spend $1,400 on if you haven't spent it already.
Yep.
And then we're going to tell some stories about how Cody got really wet this week.
Real wet.
And then we're also going to touch on the fact that I'm not as Irish as I thought I was. So
Silly banana.
yeah. Hey, I was just doing what I was told. Basically, that's how I was brought up. So hopefully you guys are going to have a damn good time with us. I'm ready to have a damn good time.
I'm ready to have a damn good time.
Let's do this. How was your week?
Good week.
Yeah.
Busy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of driving around.
Got to make that money still, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Got to do the 9 to 5, you would say, but it's more like a 7 to 5, 7 to 6, whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, a lot of driving around. So
yeah.
But I'm here and I'm happy. So let's keep rolling. How's your week?
Oh, it's been decent. Obviously we stated earlier, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
So everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, we all are, right?
Yeah. I didn't really do much. Sarah was at work, so I hung out with the boys. We went out and played some soccer stuff. I realized that I'm completely out of shape.
Yeah, well, that is.
Yeah. But so I had and I realized too that I love doing goalie drills. So I was making up drills. I don't know anything about soccer. They've never played, so anything I was making up was fine. You know, type of thing. Like just anything to get them active.
Kick the ball
and kicking the ball and stuff. And yeah, so we set up goals, and then they kind of played one-on-one with each other. And then we had these little cones, so I set them up and I had them like serpentine between them and around them and stuff, and timed them on that.
Control down.
Yeah. And so then I was like, well, maybe one of you guys could be a good goalie. So I had them, I'd set up the little cones for goal, and I had them stand in front of it, and then I just kicked balls at them. And I don't know if it really taught him anything, but I had fun just kicking balls straight at my kids.
You were in full force in them, though, I'm sure.
No. I was throttled down.
Smashing them out.
But at one point, I did kind of bullet one straight into Parker's penis.
Oh, gosh.
And then something about a little kid going, my penis. Like, it's just so funny, like, whenever they say it. And then Henry's laughing his ass off. It was a good time. It was a good time, and then it was a damn good time, shall we say?
Damn good time, kicking balls. Yeah, I didn't do much for. I shouldn't say I did much. I didn't do much, but for St. Patty's Day yesterday, I went to my buddies. We hung out, and we ate pizza. We didn't have any Reubens or anything.
Yeah.
The original plan was to make some steaks and stuff, but he ended up getting some pizzas instead. So we just ate some good pizza, and then me and him went downstairs and played some Golden Tee golf because he's got like the what you would have in the bar Golden Tee 2021 edition.
Yeah.
You know, so we played that, and I shot.
Dope ass setup.
I shot the best round I ever shot with him. So It was sweet, and I beat him. So I was like,
Nice.
I just drank a few beers there, and then I actually stopped by here on my way, and we sat and talked a little bit about what we're going to do today, and then
quick little pop-in.
Then I went home.
Yeah.
So,
a little pre-production meeting.
Yeah, good day. You know, of course we both worked and did all that, but
yeah.
So
yeah, we like I said, we didn't go out or do anything, but I picked up Reubens from, I'm not gonna throw out their name because they weren't that good. I mean, they were good. They were Reubens. Like, the bread was good. It's just they didn't have a whole lot of meat on them.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know, like it was probably like a 4 ounce meat stack. You need like 6. You need a big old pile of corned beef on that Reuben.
Speaking of Reubens,
yeah,
I'm gonna throw back a Lighthouse Bistro story real quick.
Okay.
Remember that one time we made Reubens and we deep fried them?
Yeah. Beer battered and bitches.
We beer battered and deep fry them.
Oh yeah.
I cannot think of a time where I've had a worse smelling fart than that time. And literally both of ours farts were identical because it gave us gas back.
Yeah.
Like we only got through, I think, like a half to 3/4 of the whole thing before we're like, I can't do
It
anymore.
was a heavy sandwich.
Because like, not only do you have the beer batter with the grease, but then like the bread absorbed some of it too.
Yeah.
So
it
we
was all
ate it,
soggy
and it was like, oh my God, we're so full. And then literally like 2 hours, 3 hours later, we were dropping bombs
Yeah.
that were disgusting. And I remember we sent somebody in the office. Like our office was like in a little room, and we'd both be back in there like
Well, for anybody familiar with the lighthouse, it was the bottom of the lighthouse.
yeah, it's the bottom of the lighthouse. We're both gagging each other out. We're disgusting human beings, but it's fine.
Who was it that we sent back?
I think it was Little Joe or Dakota or one of those guys.
Or it might have been a mixture of people too.
I think we tried to send everybody that would possibly go.
Probably Derek.
Titope.
Probably Derek, probably Titope. Like,
We're like, hey, can you get something out of the office for me? And they go in there, be like, just come running out, and be like, what did you guys do in there? And it was disgusting. And I think we spent the rest of the day trying to get everybody to go in the office. That's all we did.
Smell our farts.
Smell our farts, yeah.
Hot boxing them.
Like I said, we're disgusting human beings. But yeah, just throw that back.
Yeah. Some deep fried Reubens.
Yeah, I don't think that was on the St. Patty's or anything like that, but it was just good old time.
Which that's like, I don't even understand why a Reubens is St. Patrick's Day staple.
Right.
I think it's just the corned beef in it. But like, you literally have Jewish rye bread, Swiss cheese, Russian dressing, and corned beef's an Irish American staple because whenever the immigrants came over, they had Irish bacon. It's kind of more of like a pork belly type thing instead of like American smoked bacon stuff. And so they couldn't afford the Irish that style of pork belly and bacon, so they started substituting corned beef into a lot of their recipes and stuff to kind of deal with that. But
is Swiss cheese Swiss? That's what I was just trying to Google that, and
it is.
I don't really get into good answers. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. Area around Emmental, Switzerland. Okay,
because what's the big name? Jarlsberg. That's from Switzerland. So
there we go. Yeah, it's just a combination.
Oh, and even German sauerkraut. like it's all these different cultures infused into one sandwich. But
right, which is awesome.
I think it's just the corned beef's more the Irish American staple. So what's the best corned beef sandwich? A fucking Reuben. So that's why I guess that's why you eat them on St. Patrick's Day. But it's not.
Well, I mean, you get it. Yeah, I get it. You know, it's not, straight from Ireland, it's whatever. But when you had this melting pot of people come together,
right?
Back in the day in America, it's like, that makes sense, though.
Yeah.
It makes sense. They're like, oh, here's our corned beef. And they're like, well, let's mix it with all these awesome things. And then
all this cool shit.
It'll be good. It'll be good. So,
yeah, because I did a little dabbling into the Reuben sandwich, and there's a couple different places that claim that they created it, and one of the things was they ran out of lettuce for sandwiches on their corned beef sandwich, so they started putting sauerkraut. That's why that became a thing.
Makes sense.
It was a New York deli, so of course there's going to be like the rye bread and all that shit. So it's just because of the corned beef is an Irish American staple, and that's the best sandwich you can put it on, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, and surprisingly, my boys ate it, and I thought they were going to hate it, but they loved it.
Ah, Reuben's so good.
I know.
I love a good Reuben.
Because they can be picky eaters at some point, and I figured when they asked what was on it, especially Parker, like he's more of a Colby Jack cheese fan. Like he doesn't even like American cheese. Yeah. Like he won't eat American cheese on sandwiches and stuff. So when I said it was Swiss cheese, I thought he was going to freak out, but they tried it and they loved him. So
awesome.
They housed him down.
That's good. That's good. Give him culture.
Yeah.
Doing an American made sandwich.
A big melting pot of a whole bunch of different cultures in that sandwich right there.
There we go. Awesome.
Yeah, and then one other thing I wanted to throw out. I'm going to put it on the podcast and put it out there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to start dieting, and I'm going to start exercising again.
Okay.
Because I realize that I am fat as shit. I'm out of shape. I smoke too many cigarettes. Like my lungs don't work anymore. So I want to try.
How many pounds are we talking here?
Man, I don't know. I'd love to just be like shaped like a normal human being. Because even like one of the last few times that I got into workout kicks, like I went bulk. Like I started lifting heavy weights and went more bulk. And I think this time I want to do more like body weight style stuff, push-ups, sit-ups, run, or I probably can't run with my fucking knee, but get on a. I have not a motorcycle. I have a.
Get on my motorcycle. You can lose weight there, bud.
I have a mountain bike. I have a mountain bike that has been hanging from the ceiling in my garage for the last year, and I haven't really done anything with it. I should probably start riding my bike around and shit. But I even last week, right before the time change, I started doing walks in the morning whenever I got off work. But now the time changed, which is awesome because it's brighter later in the day.
Yeah.
But it's dark as fuck in the morning. So I don't want to go out there whenever it's like still 30 degrees and pitch black and like go walking around and get hit by a car or some shit because nobody can see me. And I'm not going to wear reflective stuff. Like, I'm not that kind of a nerd, you know?
Right. Well, you know. And the time change, it's just.
I love the fact it's so bright in the evenings.
I do too, but like, why do we even change it?
Yeah.
I get why we change it or what it used to stand for, but.
It has something to do with agriculture.
Yeah, it was for the farmers, basically.
Yeah.
So they get their days could be longer, but can't somebody just wake up at the right time?
I thought farmers woke up in the morning. I thought they woke up early in the morning.
The rooster crows, man.
But they're literally making early in the morning dark now. So
yeah, and when I feel like it was like an older time thing. I don't know. We should probably Google when the time change came around, why it's there, but like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess if you didn't have it, like the days get shorter and everything gets shorter, and like it could be weird too.
When we're deep into summer, I love it because at 9:30 the sun's still out. You know, like that's when it's setting.
Right.
Like that's awesome. It's daytime the whole time, you know, but whenever it first happens and then whenever we change it back, that's always a shit show.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a downer.
But technically, I got paid for a 10-hour shift and I only worked 9.
There you go.
Because I worked during the whole switcheroo.
Making them monies.
Yeah. Free hour for Steve. And then, we want to shout out to Derek Keck.
Derek Keck, happy birthday! Coming up on Monday when we release this.
Birthday to you. Yeah, we're recording on the 18th. This will be released on the 22nd, which the 22nd is... Or no.
21st?
The 21st. Okay, so this will be released the day after. Unless we release it on Sunday. Sunday's the 21st.
We better confirm that.
I'm looking at a calendar right
now. There you go. Okay.
I pulled it up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so when this releases, it'll release around Derek Keck's birthday. So happy birthday, Derek
Happy
Keck.
birthday, Derek.
Take a sip of this beer. Let's cheers to Derek Keck.
Cheers
Happy
Derek
birthday.
Keck. Happy birthday. Great guy. We talk about Millersburg Brewery all the time. He's our Derek. So,
and he's got beautiful fucking hair.
Beautiful. He looks like a little bit like Jon Snow.
Yeah.
You know? He's
like, I miss his hair. Or no, I'm envious of his hair, and I do miss it.
This comes out on his birthday, March 22nd.
Okay, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Derek.
We're good.
I wish I had your hair. I just got a haircut today too for the first time in like forever. I was doing the razor thin, the razor shave shit because I was going bald and I didn't like my bald spot.
Well, yeah, we brought that back on another episode that you're growing your hair back.
I'm gonna try it out.
How's it going? How's that feeling?
It looks bald as shit.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it looks bald as shit still.
But you got it in the front. You got it in the front still.
Yeah, hopefully I can get enough to like comb it over, or like comb it in a certain way to where it'll cover it up. But until then, I'll wear hats.
Yeah, I feel like by the time in a couple of years when I hit your age, I'm going to be there too. So it's thinning out quick.
Yeah, I'll just grow it out so long that I can do the man bun or top knot, like that'll just fold it over the bald spot.
And by the way, like, I still don't think this is fair when you go to a haircut place and they charge you the same flat rate that they charge for somebody that's got like a lot of hair.
There's less hair there.
Yeah. Like, you're charging me $16 that took you 5 minutes to trim my sides and like trim my top a little bit.
Yeah, and you didn't even need to put scissors in this spot because there's nothing there.
And it's still $16. I'm like, should I be like $5, right?
Yeah.
And then normal people be $16, and then if you got a lot of hair, shouldn't you be like $50? Like,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, for the amount of work you did,
Yeah. Pay by the minute or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, I went to Courthouse Barbershop there in New Philly.
Okay.
Guy did a good job. He even shaved my neck. They were really nice. They were cool people. So it was a good experience.
I keep going to like a master cuts, and I really feel like I need to find like a good barber or something.
Yeah.
Or somebody, that could, will understand my hair.
Right.
Be like, dude, your hair's thinning out. Put this shit on it.
Right. Or because I don't know, whenever I go to master cuts, I'm like, just do the same fucking thing you did last time, get me in and out. But I feel like a barbershop too, you could probably be like, hey, what kind of hairstyle do you think would look best for this thinning mess? Like, is there something you can do to like keep it longer, or should I comb it a certain way? And they'll probably be like, dude, I know hair. I'm a fucking barber. You can probably do that at master cuts too, but I don't feel like you have like that same.
And I'm sure you went through this time and experience, like now, like I go in front of relatives or like people that used to come to my restaurant all the time or our restaurant all the time. And they're like, oh, hey, Cody, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're losing a lot of hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that your first greeting, by the way?
Fuck off.
One, I'm going to be like, oh, let me point out a flaw about you, too. Like,
Yeah.
immediately.
Looks like you gained 10 pounds there, fucking Janet. Shut up.
But apparently it's acceptable for somebody just to call you out on your hair loss. And it's
Right.
like, yeah, you don't think I know?
Right.
You don't think I know? Like, I live with it. I look in this mirror every day.
Every fucking day.
I mean, it's good looking. Don't get me wrong. But I understand I'm losing a little bit of hair.
I still love myself. I still have a good self-esteem.
Yeah.
But now you're fucking dragging it down, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Like there's no good comment. There's no, oh, you look like you're doing well, or
Right.
something like there's no comment like that.
Right.
And it's kind of annoying. And I'm like, I've never greeted anybody like that. Like,
No.
oh, it looks like you're going bald. Like
Yeah.
they got a lot more hair than they used to have. We're like, oh man, look at that mane you got going on. That's looking good.
I dealt with dumb shit like that too. At Sweco, there was a couple people I work with. But you kind of bust balls a lot. That's more of like a
Right, yeah.
work friend thing, not like an acquaintance thing. But they'd always be like, "Oh, I see you're off your diet." Like, fuck you. Like, we can't all be shaped like little girls, you piece of fuck.
Wow. Coming hard at them.
Yeah, fuck you, Justin Miller and Larry Deem. Those were the two ones. Yeah, I'll call you out. Justin Miller, Larry Deem. I doubt you're listening anyway, but fuck off. I know I'm fat.
We all got our flaws, and it's just, and it's one thing between two friends when they're busting balls, but like it's just so weird when like I haven't seen somebody in 5 years and they're like, no, looks like you're going bald. I'm like, you don't think I know that?
Yeah,
Like that's your topic of conversation.
Shit.
Cool, man.
you fucking.
And I'm sure everybody's experienced that.
Yeah.
Everybody's experienced that. So
Yeah, we're supposed to be doing the body positivity thing nowadays. Like, why make fun of people for something that? I mean, I know weight you can handle, but like baldness, you can't control that.
it's genetics.
It's not like you eat too much and your hair falls out. Yeah, I eat too much, I get fat. I understand that. Like, go ahead, shame me for that. I don't give a fuck.
Somebody's probably gonna be like, fact check. There's a link to your diet with your hair loss. I'm like, shut up.
It's all that damn McDonald's you're eating.
You
Like,
want to fight?
motherfucker.
It's the hormones in your chicken.
You need to be vegan or like dumb shit like that.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, we got way off topic there. On the haircut.
Yeah.
You got a haircut. Steve got a haircut.
I had a haircut. For the first time in like 3 years that I haven't, because I always cut my own hair, basically shaving my head.
And Derek Keck's got beautiful hair. Like he's got enough hair that he could fill both of our heads up and still have long hair.
I'll have to find the pictures. I'll post one up now.
Yeah.
One of the times we were down here, hanging out in the basement, partying our asses off. He laid his hair over my head, and then I took selfies to make it look like I had hair.
Long dark hair, which does not match you at all. But yeah, that's fine.
But I look good. I don't. It was funny at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah. So moving forward, let's try some beer.
Oh, we're gonna try some beer now?
Yeah, let's talk about these products we're gonna do.
Okay.
We've got Thirsty Dog Brewing Co. Irish Setter, because St. Pat's. We're not going to take the shots now, but we also have Conor McGregor's Proper 12.
Proper 12.
We're going to try that. We'll close out with a shot of that. But I just want to comment on this cute little hoodie that came with it. That was fun. I went to the liquor store today.
It is cute.
She's like, do you want a hoodie with your bottle of Proper 12? I'm like, fuck yeah, give me a hoodie. I'll take a free hoodie. I thought I was getting a hoodie.
Right.
Like, yeah, there you go. It's like a koozie for your beer.
Yeah, it's a little bottle koozie. Look at that.
Aw, isn't that adorable?
Isn't that cute? I mean, I guess we could post a picture of it for people that listen on the apps. But yeah, it's a little koozie.
It's adorable. And then the beer is Irish Setter Red, an Irish-style red ale by Thirsty Dog Brewing Company. They're local, aren't they?
They're Akron, yeah, Akron.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's try that out.
Thirsty Dog. I've had a few of their beers. I believe I've had this before, but it's been a while.
I don't think I've ever had this one. It's good. It's smooth.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good red ale. They got a Old Leg Humpers will name one of their beers.
Yeah.
Like they got some good names. It's all relative to the dogs and stuff like that. Definitely a. They're getting bigger, but it's more of a microbrewery. You know, like you want one more taste here, but it's good red ale. That's a cool bottle. That's a cool bottle. Koozie though. Look at that.
That's cute. I'm going to take that on the boat.
There you go.
Keep my beers.
I don't know how cold it'd keep your beer, but it doesn't matter because you're drinking too fast anyway.
Right.
So there you go.
I don't drink a lot of bottled beers though, too. I wonder how that would work on a can, but probably not very.
Not at all. It wouldn't work at all. Wouldn't work at all. But there you go.
Yeah. So that's Thirsty Dog Irish Setter.
Yeah, Thirsty Dog. Check them out. Good brewery. They got some good beers.
They're delicious. That one's delicious.
Absolutely. Out of Akron, Ohio.
Local
Yoko.
All right. Yeah. So that was basically our week, but now we want to highlight some of the weird shit that happened to us. What, you got a good story?
It was, weird, crazy. I don't know what you want to call it, but it was like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah. Just something strange that happened to you.
Yeah. So, Steph's in bed. I'm just, watching TV, playing games or whatever I was doing.
Oh, humming around the house.
Yeah, I decide I'm going to bed. So I think it was about 11:30, maybe midnight, whatever.
Were your pants on or off?
They were on.
Oh, damn it.
Thankfully for this, because it would have made it much worse.
I'm picturing your pants off.
I walk out my kitchen, and this was like perfect timing. Like, thankfully, this happened at the right time.
Yeah.
Because if I had my gaming headset on or whatever, I would never heard this, and it would have been much, much, much worse.
Right.
I walk out in the kitchen, and about that time is when my water softener purges.
Yeah.
Okay?
It does this whole rinse cycle thing.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody has a water softener, they know it purges at a certain time. It's normally late at night.
Yep.
Well, so my house is kind of a smaller house. It's a lake house. It's built to be more of a cabin, but they added on to it, but yada, yada, yada. The water softener is in the upstairs. Mm-hmm. So you can see where I'm going here. One of the lines had a splice connector in it that I did myself.
Yeah.
And ran it to a different drain because they ran it into a drain that I'm pretty sure just goes straight under the house and was flooding my front yard when I had a bad valve. Yada, yada.
Right.
I hear... big whoosh. That's probably loud. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But in the closet, that splice came loose. We have a beverage cart in front of it. I threw that out of the way. Wine bottles go flying that we had on there. 2 open ones. I mean, corks in them and stuff, but one still busted open on the floor.
Yeah.
I threw it open. I ripped the closet open, and literally this tube is just spraying water everywhere.
Jesus.
I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Luckily, I have like a lemonade pitcher in that closet that we store there.
Yeah.
I grab that. I'm filling it up with water. I'm like, oh, and like in my mind, I'm sitting there like, what do I do? Like, it's feels like years are going by.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out like the chaos. My electric water heater straight underneath that. I'm like, that's like 220.
Yeah, you don't want to get and you're standing in a puddle of water.
Yeah.
You don't have pants on.
I'm trying to like I did have pants on, but yeah.
I'm picturing without pants on. I'm sorry.
So I got water just dumping. There's in the closet, but then outside of that, it's hardwood floor. Like everything. This pitcher's filling up so fast.
Yeah.
Like it's already full.
Right.
I literally don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. I just knocked all stuff over the floor. And then in my head, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I knew I had to unplug the well.
Right.
Because if I unplug the well pump, then it cuts the water pressure down.
Yep.
So I fill this pitcher once I run in the sink, throw it over. I go back in, I'm filling it up, and I start yelling for Steph. And then the pitcher fills up again. And instead of just like pointing it out away from me, I decide it's a better idea just to shoot it across my chest. Oh, sorry, there's the mic there. I shoot it across my chest because it's going to disperse the water. So it's like something out of a movie. It's like some guy go, ah! I got water just spraying at me. She comes out finally, and I'm like, she's like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, I don't know. I need a bucket or something. Which there's no bucket in the kitchen.
Right. Yeah. Like she just knows, oh, yeah, we keep one in the corner right there.
Luckily, she's smart. She's a smart lady. Very smart lady. She's like, I'm going to grab the biggest pot we have.
Oh, like a big old
So we
stock
have
pot.
a big old stock pot down there. She just throws everything out, grabs that big stock pot, goes in there, starts putting water in it. That gives me the ability to go unplug the well. Yeah. And as that thing's filling up, I'm dumping out these pitchers already filled up. I think I actually had 2 pitchers in the closet, so that worked out. I had a blender. There was an old blender, a pitcher.
You got your ninja blender.
Yeah. So I dumped those out. Like I set one down and the other one's filled up, and then I'm just like spraying. It's like hit me in the face. I wish we had a video of it because it would be like comedic gold.
Yeah.
Be like, what were you thinking? Just unplug the well first.
You're
and then
spraying water all over your non-pants.
And then she's like, but water's still coming. It's filling up this pot. She's like, what do I do? I'm like, give me the pot. Empty it. Get ready to grab these. And then finally, like, it just trickles down.
Out.
But now we got like water everywhere.
Yeah.
So we just start grabbing towels, throwing it over. We got it cleaned up. But
that's when you took your pants off and used them to soak it up.
Well, that night I did take my pants off because I was soaked head to toe.
Finally got to know pants going. Yes.
So we got it cleaned up. Not the first time I've had a problem with that water softener being in the upstairs, which is the dumbest thing, but it's like the only place I could put it.
Right. Yeah, because you don't have a basement.
Yeah. One other time, luckily she was home again. It leaked from up. There was this pinhole leak in an agitator, which is one of those little rubber tubes that get like a little spinny thing. When I had that bad valve, it sprung a little pinhole leak.
Yeah,
and it built up. We didn't know it, right? You don't know it,
right?
And it was just pissing water out, and it built up enough that then it started coming out of the light fixture.
Yeah,
and straight down. And she called me. She's like, "There's water everywhere. I don't know what to do." I'm like, "Just unplug the well."
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's one thing. I remember when I worked for Culligan, they had these. There's these little, almost look like a hockey puck. They got a battery in them, and then there's a siren, and there's 2, like electrodes, I guess you'd call them, but 2 connection points in the bottom. So if water touches it, then it sparks the alarm, and then you hear it. So I want to get a bunch of them and put them around everywhere because tiny leaks. We just had a tiny leak in our toilet. And it went for probably about a week, and now I have to repaint my living room ceiling because it leaked down into it enough to where now I have water stains on shit. So, so check those out. Check those.
My dad's business that he owns is disaster restoration, and water is a mother effer. Like,
and then the mold.
Yeah,
like if it doesn't dry out good, then you get black mold, and then you have breathing problems and shit. Like,
yeah. So I got fans running in my house right now in that closet because I can't really get in there and dry out that closet. And I'm still worried about like that wood in there is not going to be the same. And like it's a big thing. So yeah, that was my weird, crazy thing of the week.
What soaking wet.
What happened to you?
I didn't really have a whole lot weird happen this week, but I always like to bring this up because of the St. Patrick's Day, the whole Irish thing.
Right.
I was born and raised Irish, right? My mother's maiden name's Carlisle, so it's an Irish name, and I even got 4-leaf clovers tattooed on my wrist and shit whenever I was like 22. And then recently, my cousin Seamus, which he's got an Irish-ass name because it's spelled James but pronounced Seamus. He did like one of those DNA tests, 23andMe things, and it found out that we're more Scottish than we are Irish.
Oh.
so technically we're Scottish. We're not Irish. Well, I mean, we have some Irish background. And then started putting some pieces of the puzzle together and shit. Whenever my grandma, before she passed away, she had my great-great-grandfather's immigration papers into the United States of America.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, she put them in an envelope and put my name on it. You know, my mom is even like, I don't know why she wanted you to have this, but apparently she wanted you to have this. So I have them. I don't even know if like a lot of the other members of our family knows that we have them. But it even says here that Gibson Carlyle, a native of Scotland. So I knew that before even Seamus did his DNA test thing, but I just thought, well, maybe he was Irish and then immigrated through Scotland. You know, I don't know how things, because this was back in, let's see here, 13th of October, 1896.
Wow.
So I don't know how things worked back then. And then even at the bottom, like he swears allegiance to, or he's going to become a citizen of the United States of America, and he forever renounces and adjure all allegiance and fidelity, and blah, 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 blah. And he's giving up allegiance to the Queen of Great Britain and Ireland. So,
Oh, okay.
so we have Great Britain involved, we have Ireland involved, and we have Scotland involved. So maybe that's where the confusion lied. But
maybe he was like raised in Ireland, but came from Scotland. They got in Scotland for whatever reason, went to Ireland.
But then even the DNA test shows that we're Scottish. So
is there, what percent Irish was it?
I think it was, don't quote me on any of that. I think it was like 60 to 70% Scottish and like 10% Irish.
I mean, that's still pretty big. I mean, I know like, I think my brother got it from my dad.
Yeah.
And my great grandma was from Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
Like, I'd go and visit her in the nursing home when she was like 99.
Yeah.
And she was like, we'd walk in and she'd just start speaking Slavic to us because, you know, at that point she was kind of had like Alzheimer's or whatever.
Right.
And she'd just start speaking Slovakian. And we're like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
I'm like a little kid walking through this nursing home. You know, this is like my great grandma. And, you know, my grandma kind of understood a little bit or something like that. And, you know, we talked to him, but it was a nursing home in Pittsburgh. I think it was kind of like an Alzheimer's nursing home too.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember as a kid that it felt so creepy because we'd walk through the door and there'd be a lady in the hallway and she's like, "Can one of you push me?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I felt so bad as a little kid. I'm like, oh, I push you around. But it's like, you know, my dad's like, come on, we got to go see your great grandma. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Nursing homes are kind of creepy.
I think my dad did that, and there was like a good amount of, you know, you're from Yugoslavia, and then it was also like a lot of weird stuff. It's just a mix of everything. So I mean, that's still a good percentage. I think that's good enough percentage to be like, yeah, I'm part Irish.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's going to be a mix of everything at some point.
I could still claim Irish heritage, but maybe I should. I don't know what Scotland. Like, if they don't have clovers or something. Like,
there's clovers everywhere, right?
I need to start wearing kilts. And that's one thing I'm going to do is do the DNA test thing, because I don't really know a whole lot about my biological father without getting a whole deal of that shit.
Sure.
I don't know a whole lot about him, so I'd like to know a little bit of that lineage. Obviously, I know what my cousin's stuff is, but even he had a different mom. So, like, maybe that's why he's more Scottish than Irish, or I don't know. So, and then also to see, like, because now I guess you can get them to see if you have, like, cancer genes and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, maybe I should stop smoking cigarettes because I have the cancer gene or something, you know, just kind of.
Well, I guess it also goes down to what makes you anything, right? So say maybe he was born
right,
but raised in Ireland. So maybe he's from 2 years old. Maybe he was born in Scotland.
Yeah, because that's even Seamus. A lot of Seamus's Scottish could be from his mother's side, you know.
But then moved to Ireland. They moved to Ireland when he was like 1 year old, you know, baby.
Right.
And then he grew up his entire life in Ireland. That to me would make you Irish, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I know when they do this genetic testing, they look for. It's a crazy test, and I think they look for like there's certain things that relate to certain areas.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not like. If you lived your entire life in Ireland, but you were born somewhere else, like,
and I think a lot of it too is like they can see certain traits that go all the way back to people that have also taken that DNA test in that area. So that's how they kind of...
It's like they go back as far as they can, and they...
That's kind of how they... and that's how they narrow you down to where you're from or whatever.
Right. I mean, it's... if you're... Let's say you're... you come over... Like a Chinese... parents came over to the United States, right? And they like to say Chinese American, but it's just American.
Yeah.
You literally lived your whole life in America.
Right.
You're not Chinese. You're American.
Yeah, like if we would have moved to Mexico when I was 5 and now I'm 37, I'm a Mexican.
Right.
With American heritage then, you know?
Right. And it's goofy, but yeah. I get what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, so maybe that's one thing we could do on an episode is we do 23andMe's and figure out our DNA shit.
What our DNA says. I don't know. It's all getting blended. It doesn't matter at this point. You know?
Right. Yeah, so yeah, that's our weirdest of the week. Now we're gonna get into the old top fives.
Top five at five. It's not five.
I feel like we've got a good one to do this week. Everybody's getting their stimmies.
Get that stimmy money.
Unless you made over so much money. So
then what's up? How you doing?
Yeah. Visit my OnlyFans. But yeah, I feel like most of our listeners are probably in this boat where they get that $1,400 check.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both married, so the whole kind of thing about this is we're not doing it like, yeah, we're in a family, I'm married, I have kids, so I got X amount more or whatever for all that shit. We're just like, hey, if you were a single dude or we were just solo, we have $1,400. What would we spend it on?
If somebody gave you $1,400 and said, you got to burn it right now.
Yep.
You can have this money, but you got to spend it right now.
What's some cool shit you would buy?
What's some fun things you want to do with it? So,
right.
Yeah. And looking at the poll, once again.
The rules of top five.
The rules of top five. We didn't get a lot of votes this time. I don't know why. Maybe I posted it too late. I'm not sure, but Steve's winning.
Yep. I got
12-4.
75% of the vote.
12-4.
Because my sides are better than your sides.
Yeah, your sides won out. I'm pretty sure it's just mac and cheese that won it.
And mashed potatoes, dude.
I had French fries.
There's a whole fucking dance around the mashed potato. Nobody. I said it last time. Nobody dances do the French fry. That's not a thing. They do the mashed potato.
I feel like you're gonna win 75% of the time always because I always pick weird stuff.
Well, because I'm cooler than you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that.
We'll see this time. So I get to go first.
Yes, you do.
$1,400. I'm buying a motorcycle.
This is a $1,400 motorcycle.
Yeah, it's not going to be anything fancy. You can probably get decent metric bikes. Obviously, you can't buy a Harley for that because they're overpriced and all that.
Do you have an
bullshit.
exact motorcycle like that you would buy for $1,400?
I was just on Facebook Marketplace, but I backed out of that. Let me go back to it. But I even saw there was a Honda for 14. There was and maybe it's more of a project bike.
Yeah,
there was a couple that were for like $900, so then you could spend the extra $500 and getting it road ready and doing that shit. So I feel like with $1,400, you'd get a decent running motorcycle. It's probably got some miles on it. Might not be like the big CCs and shit, like not super powerful, super fast, but you can get a decent motorcycle either under and build it up or for $1,400. Nice used one.
Yeah, you had a nice motorcycle before, a nice fat boy, right?
Yeah, I love that thing.
Yeah. So
I was stupid and I sold it. It was even paid off. Like there's no reason. There was no reason for me to get rid of it, except I don't know. I felt a little selfish whenever I was out on it because I have the wife and the kids,
right?
And I can't put them on the back of it. So that was the whole idea of me selling it. Is we bought 2 FJ Cruisers with me trading that in.
Right.
So I was like, oh, we can go on adventures and go off roading and shit, and we only did that like once.
Right.
So like I could still have a motorcycle in the garage right now if I hadn't got rid of it. But
future plans when the boys move out and then you guys get a bike again, then you can throw Sarah on the back. Guys go on some rides, get that wind in the hair.
I'll get back on a bike. I don't know if I'll get a Harley again. And I'm calling out Harley owners. Y'all are fucking dickheads.
Whoa.
Seriously.
Whoa.
Harleys are awesome. I love the styling that they do. I love the noise they make. They're an awesome bike, but other Harley owners are fucking assholes. Because the bike that I had was flat black. It was a 2010, so the biggest motor that could even come on it, unless it was like the Screaming Eagle edition and whatnot, was a 96 cubic inch.
Okay.
The one boss that I worked for, he was a Harley guy, and the first thing he said was like, "Oh, you can't handle anything bigger than a 96?" Like, what? The fucking 103 that you have, those extra fucking cubic inches make that big of a difference? Fuck off.
You're supposed to be out enjoying yourself, right? Cruising.
Yeah, and
it's not about like tearing down. You're not drag racing,
right?
So it's about cruising and just having a good time. I don't care what. Like, I'm not a motorcycle guy.
Yeah,
I've rode some dirt bikes in the past.
Yeah.
Can't ever say I drove a motorcycle.
Right. You ride them, you don't drive them.
I never rode. But I'm more of a four wheels guy. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm uncoordinated a little bit. So I
love
like
the
four
two
wheels.
I love the two wheels, and like that, and that's whenever I had the motorcycle, my whole mindset was two wheels is two wheels. We're all, because there are people that ride big fucking baggers. It's like half a fucking car. Like, why don't you just buy a car instead of driving half a car? And they're like, Sportsters are girls' bikes. Fuck off. It's a motorcycle,
Yeah, a motorcycle is a motorcycle in my book. Like, if you got a motorcycle, it's about chilling.
Right.
To me, I mean, unless you're going for speed, then you probably got a crotch rocket, right? At that point, because if somebody's like, "Well, you can't handle that engine," I'll be like, "Well, why you got a Harley? Why don't you have a crotch rocket that can do like 170 like in 2 seconds?"
Your stupid big fucking baggers have a goddamn car. And you're making fun of me because I have 96 cubic inches.
Yeah. And then people who ride motorcycles might be attacking you after this, me. No. You attack me, go ahead. I don't care.
You attack me, I'll tell you to pull your finger out of your ass.
But yeah, I don't see a purpose. Because I mean, the top you want to go on a motorcycle is probably like what, 80 miles per hour?
The speed limit.
Like you're cruising. That's what it's about, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I don't know if.
Like I said, I've never drove a motorcycle. But.
This is a little secret I hid from my wife, but I had mine up to 115.
Oh boy!
So I'm probably never gonna get a motorcycle now because that's live, that's on air.
Yeah, you just ruin that. Just ruin that. Well, you gotta. I'm not saying you can't blow her out every once in a while. I mean, any car you ever buy, you take her for like a straight stretch, and you're like, let's see what this bad boy does at 110.
Top speed test.
Or let's at least get it to 100.
Go out 212.
See if it even can.
Go out 212, past Atwood Lake, past the boat ramp, take a left on 542.
My road, yeah.
Yeah, there is probably like a half mile stretch. That's where we always did top speed tests. That's where I had my bike up to 115.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's where I've had a Corvette up to 125.
Just don't hit a deer.
Yeah. Especially if you're on a motorcycle. And wear a goddamn helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not cool. You're not that cool that you don't need to wear a helmet. There's nobody going to see you and be like, "Oh, that guy's wearing a helmet. I'm not going to sleep with him."
Right.
Or her. He's not going to sleep with me because I'm not. Like, just wear a helmet.
Wear a fucking helmet.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Protect your little face.
Yeah.
Your face is pretty.
That's where your brains are.
Yeah.
So protect your brain.
Buy a sleek, cool helmet, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get that too. Like I see people, I mean, and it's just all the time. I know it's not fun to wear a helmet. Worn helmets before.
See, I liked wearing my helmet because I had a face shield in the front, and I don't like bugs hitting my fucking face.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I don't get it. If you don't want to wear one, that's fine, but you should.
And they even make dope ass helmets that have like Bluetooth speakers in them and shit.
Yeah.
So you could even call people on the phone and listen to tunes. Like, fucking wear a helmet. They're dope.
Yeah. Because even going 30 miles per hour, if some dumbass locks it up in front of you or pulls out in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, if you fly off that motorcycle, it's going to hurt.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
And concussions aren't fun.
We're Safety Pro calling it.
Safety first. Okay, so yeah, that's my first one. I'm going to buy a motorcycle.
Okay.
Or I would. I'm not going to.
My first one. Oh, no, wait. You get two. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Oh, no, I get
one.
Two. Guess what? I get two. I'm going to do a little travel.
Oh.
I'm going to do a little travel.
Cody's going abroad.
I'm going to Vegas.
Vegas trip.
So I'm going to have about $200 in a round trip ticket normally. Right now they're real expensive, but I'm gonna put $200 around trip ticket, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my room for about $200 with the points I got.
How long you staying?
Just quick weekend.
Okay. 2-3 days?
2 days. We'll say 2 days.
Land, that counts as a day. You have one free day, ship out the next.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take the other $1,000. I'm going to take a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
We'll put throw on black. Roulette.
So yours is a Vegas trip and gambling.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna pop that. And if it hits, I'm gonna get $2,000. And I'm just gonna have a good time the rest of the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna do a little gambling, a little hanging out.
What if it misses? You have no money left to do anything else.
But we have money. You know.
Right.
But just for fun.
Right.
I'm gonna pop down. I'm gonna take my $1,400.
You'll use your other money or like use a credit card, go into debt for food and stuff or whatever.
Whatever.
But stimmy money's getting you to Vegas, staying there, and putting $1,000 on black.
Yep. Just gonna pop it out. Let's go, baby.
Why
Let's
black
roll
over
it out.
red? Do you have better luck with black or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better luck with black. I'm not a huge roulette player, by the way. I just feel like it was good for this conversation. To be all honest, I would take my $1,400, fly out to Vegas, and just have a good time with $1,000. You know, just go have a good time with $1,000. I could have said that too, but I was like, you know what? For the show, I'm gonna throw it all on black.
Slap it on black.
If you like black, you're gonna like that comment. But yeah, a little Las Vegas trip for $1,400.
Yeah.
That's a good time. I
And
mean,
that's-
I've done that multiple times now.
Yeah.
I got married in Vegas.
How many times you been? What are you up to, like 4 or 5 now, right?
Yeah, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
It's a fun town to be.
I've been 3.
Yeah,
Love it.
I can sit at a hotel lobby bar,
Yeah.
and just drink and play like blackjack or poker on the video poker,
Get free drinks.
and sit there for a while and just bullshit and
Yep.
stuff. The last time I went though was during COVID, so it was like weird because we had plastic dividers in between us. So I'm trying to talk to Steph, my wife, and I'm like, it was like even like that. It's like it sounds like this. I'm like back here, like hey, baby. It got like
Yeah.
they had some seats together, but then it was like there wasn't a machine there, and so blah blah blah. So like it was a little harder to do, but
Yeah.
it was still fun.
Well, COVID fucked everything up for everyone.
Yeah.
And everything. And
Yeah, but I
can't wait till we're done with that.
I felt like I just had to pop that one in there because it was just a good time.
Yeah. Vegas is dope.
Yeah, maybe not my number one overall pick, but I'm making it my number one overall pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you got for?
You get another
I got
one.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
My number 2 is another travel.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bust out 2 travels.
Sightseer. You're
I love traveling.
You're seeing all the sights.
I like going places and meeting people and just having a good time.
Yeah.
A plane ticket to Italy
Italy.
is right around $1,400. Actually, exactly $1,400
Round trip or just there?
round trip.
Okay.
Something I've always wanted to do.
Yep.
Just go to Italy, and now I'm not gonna have any money. Like if I'm saying it's a plane ticket, right? I'm just
Right.
buying the plane ticket. The rest is coming out of my pocket. But I just want to go there. I want to soak in the culture. I heard it's just completely different. They live their lives a little bit different than we
Yeah.
do. They're more about family and having social time and
Yep.
like doing things. It's like you slow
Big fun dinners and
you
stuff. Like.
slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
They eat dinner at like 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Right.
Like it's a complete different culture. And not all of it, I'm sure. Some of it's
And I'm
different.
sure the
but
food is amazing.
and yeah, I want to eat the food. I want to go to these old places that do
Yeah.
these old things that are like I've been doing it for 1,000 years the same way.
Yeah.
Making prosciutto, making wine, making whatever,
And I'd love to find like
making pasta.
I wonder if there. I'm sure there is, and if anybody knows, tell us. I would love to find a site of like, almost like you're a foreign exchange student, but you're an adult. Like I just want to find. I want to find a family that will house me and let me stay there for a week.
Yeah.
And like I want grandma's cooking. I don't want to hit restaurants so much. I'm sure there's good bakeries and shops and stuff like that. But I feel like it'd be awesome to show up and you just hang out with family. Like, yeah, I'll show you our town. I'll show you the town.
Well,
and you hit their favorite bakeries, you hit their favorite spots, and then they cook for you, and their food's probably fucking amazing. You know?
I don't want a tour guide by any means because
Yeah.
they're gonna take you where all the touristy places. I want to go like a little town. Mm-hmm. Like I don't want to go to where tourists are. I want to go like a little town and find like some dude at a bar that speaks English barely, and he's like, "Oh, you come back home with me and we hang out. Blah blah blah. You gotta try my uncle's moonshine. Like,
You come to the house.
you gotta try the uncle's wine. Blah blah blah."
Right.
But yeah, I want like rustic as can be. I want to go to a little town, like we live in a little town, and just hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would be awesome, and just eat and drink,
shit.
and check out. Drive around a little bit, see the countryside, but
Yeah.
more or less put food in my body.
Yeah. Maybe rent an Italian sports car. But you already spent all your money getting out of there, so you could maybe they have Italian sports cars that they'll let you borrow or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever. That'd be fun too.
Yeah, a trip to Italy would be dope.
Yeah.
That's
it's on my bucket list, I think, of things I'd like to do is just get to Italy.
we've had people talk about or suggest that we do like a bucket list thing, and I'd say that one's on ours. We'll probably do that top 5 episodes down, so it'll come up again. But yeah, definitely Italy would be amazing.
So I've been to some fun, nice places, but Italy's just one of the ones where it's like, I know it's a big food culture, and I'd just like to go experience a big food culture like that.
Yeah, definitely sounds like a damn good time.
All right, what you got for number 2?
Let's see here. I'm going to go with, I'd buy some car or truck parts.
Car or truck parts?
Yeah. I mean, Sarah's got an FJ. I drive a little Honda, but I always love modern cars, whether it be a decent set of rims and tires. You could put $1,400 in that. Maybe some performance mods, depending on what you want. Like I love spending money on cars. I'm a huge car person. And even that stupid Civic that I have, like I call it a stupid car because I lose it in parking lots. Like I've always been used to having cars that stand out, you know?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But this one, I lose it in parking lots. It's just another fucking gray Civic.
And everybody wants us to talk about the cars we own,
right?
Which we might get to eventually, the top 5 cars. But it's kind of like it's a top 5 to us, but it's not like, I don't know. That's going to be just something maybe we just randomly talk about. But I think he just won Casey Weber over.
But yeah, so if I'm going to be specific to my car, instead of saying car, truck parts in general, what I'd do with mine right now is
what you can put in that Honda.
since it's not an SI, it's not really a sports model,
Yeah.
So it's not supposed to be fast. I want to black out all the chrome on it because I fucking hate chrome.
Okay.
Get some rims. Get some rims and tires. I could probably do that for about $1,200.
Yeah.
And then I could probably drop it about 2 inches lower. just 2 inches lower. It's a couple inches lower.
So you hit a speed bump and just grind it.
Well, no, it's more of an aesthetic thing, just the look, because I don't like having this much room between my tire and my fender.
Okay.
When we drop it down where the tire's like right in line with the fender, it looks sexy.
Steve's pimping out his Honda.
Yeah, and it's charcoal gray, so black accents on all the chrome would look dope. And then maybe some window tint. I could probably budget some wheels and tires for less than $1,200. Buy the tint, buy the lowering kit and shit, and I could probably get that thing right where I want it for $1,400.
Get her where you want it for. None of that little Honda Accord will be murder.
Yeah, and that's even because the whole reason I have the car is because it's fuel efficient. I drive an hour to work, 60 miles to work every damn day.
Right.
So I wouldn't really want to go too performance heavy on it because I want to get those MPGs. So I wouldn't do like cold air intake, nothing with the exhaust. Like I want to keep the performance stock, but I want to make it look better. So I could do that for $1,400 easy.
Okay. So little car parts.
Yeah.
A little zooping her up. Or not zooping her up, but you're going to make it look better.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's plenty of other like Jeep people out there like, fuck yeah, I'd spend $1,400. I'm going to spend my stimmy on new tires or lift kit or bumper, So there's plenty you could do with $1,400 for car parts.
No. Okay. I dig it. I dig it. I mean, I can understand that 100%. Like, I need to get new tires on my vehicle soon and stuff. So
yeah, I mean,
that's responsible things. Yeah, but we're not talking responsible. We're not talking responsible.
Stock tires suck, but if you need them, buy them. But that's one of the dumbest things to spend money on. It's like, oh, I did nothing to change the look or performance or anything of this car. I just put new tires on it. Like, fuck off. That's so dumb. but it's responsible. So.
It's responsible.
Yep. So what do you got for number 3?
My number 3 is going to be about vehicles too.
Oh, yeah?
But it's what I'm going to drive.
Oh.
I've looked this up.
Yeah?
And I was a little upset I couldn't do both things, but I can do one thing that's really awesome.
What's that?
I can drive a tank.
What?
And run over a car for $1,200
Really?
in Las Vegas.
What kind of tank? Well, you have to get there.
Well, that's fine. I got $200, dude. That's a round trip ticket to Vegas all day. Like,
Yeah,
no
that's
problem.
true. You stated that in the Vegas trip thing, round trip there.
But just say, like, it doesn't matter. Like, we can say,
could probably even drive there
'cause
for $200.
Anybody listening can live anywhere. Like, somebody listen in Vegas, be like, yeah,
that's
I do
true.
all right.
Yeah.
It's one of those older, like howitzer tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably look that back up, but yeah, you can literally run a tank, drive it around,
And just mow over a car.
and they let you run over one car. One car, not multiple cars, just one car.
Just a single car.
You can shoot it and drive it for $2,000. So I'd probably shell out the extra premium.
Yeah.
Shoot one,
About for 14.
one round off.
Right.
But yeah, I could not find anywhere where it was like, you can drive and shoot the tank and run over a car for $1,400.
Right.
You got to shell out a little bit extra. But I'm
Right.
like, dude, how sweet would that be to drive a tank?
Even if you don't get to fire it, you still get to drive a tank and run over a goddamn car.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I always thought it'd be cool. Like, and my wife's going to be like, really? But like, I always thought it'd be cool to drive a tank.
Yeah.
Like, to feel that
Who doesn't?
different, like, look at that little window and just,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just going. And you get to run over a car. Like, they better have all the glass in that car because I want to hear that glass shatter too. When you just
Yeah.
spam, I'm sure it's going to hurt when you come. It's like, ugh, but it'd still be, I still like it'd feel cool. Mm-hmm. I'd love to shoot it, but apparently shooting it costs a lot more.
Yeah. I'm sure they got to get permits for the explosions and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the round probably isn't cheap.
Right.
You know?
I originally looked at shooting an RPG, and this is what I got from shooting an RPG. And driving a tank's a lot cooler than shooting an RPG, but I
Right.
always like to shoot an RPG too. Hope that's not on your list, but
Nope.
I mean, I can put that on my list elsewhere too.
Rocket
but
launcher.
shoot a rocket launcher, man.
Yeah. Blow shit up, destroy stuff. Destroying things is awesome.
Yeah.
Just in general.
It's a good time,
Yeah.
right?
Like the boys, there's woods behind our house. The boys went up there the other day, and that's all they did was just grab sticks and just break them on shit. And they find the dead trees and just push them up. So destroying shit, it's in our blood. It's in our genes.
When I was a kid, I mean, just running in the woods and knocking over dead trees was
Yeah.
hilarious, you know? Just make sure that doesn't come back on you. But
Because destruction is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Running over a car in a tank.
drive a tank, man.
$1,200.
$1,200 to drive a tank and run over a car. It's doable.
might have to do
we might have to do that one day. I don't know. And you can have passengers with you too. It said like you can have up to like 2 or 3 passengers.
So for $1,200, me and you could do it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, one of us has to. Well, one of us gets to drive, and the other doesn't.
That's I'm cool with just being along for the ride, dude. Like,
But yeah, sounds like a good time.
it's not like I'm gonna sit. Yeah, it sounds like a damn good time.
A damn good time, baby. Let's go.
It's not like I'm gonna be sitting in the back of the tank and like after it's all done, I'm like, but I didn't get to drive it. No, I'd be like, Cody, fucking smash it, car, it's awesome.
But I've never been inside a tank either, so
Yeah, me
like
neither.
that'd be an experience on its own.
All of it.
Like just to crawl inside a tank. It's probably so tiny in there. Like you're probably like,
Right.
I'm coming after you.
Yeah, because I hear they're like really cramped, but,
Oh, I'm sure.
but still be fucking awesome.
That'd be awesome, yeah. But yeah, that's my number 3. So what you got for your number 3?
I've got a list here. I'm trying to figure out how to prioritize it here. Okay, you know what? I like, and this seems a little more on the responsible side. New
Okay.
furniture.
New front? Oh yeah.
Get you a big old comfy couch.
There's something about a big old company. But you know, like when I was doing this list and I'm like, what I really want.
Yeah.
You know, like, what makes me happy? Some new furniture can make you really happy because you spend a lot of time on that furniture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like, get you, because you can get, which I looked up some stuff, and some things are super fucking stupid expensive. Like an ottoman was $800. Like, fuck that. Like, no, I want a couch, a love seat, and a chair. Like, redo your living room, where you watch TV. Get you a good recliner, like a good recliner is dope to just sit back, like that's your spot, watch some TV. Oh, you want to take a nap? Go lay down on that couch, that brand new couch.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a couch nap.
Yeah.
Like obviously we have a bed. Why don't I just go sleep? No, I want to lay down on the couch, and then you watch TV. Right, you're turned away from the back of the couch and watching TV, and then okay, now it's nap time. When you want to solidify that nap, you turn around to the back, you face the back of the couch, and then you're fucking out. That's how you know.
Yeah.
That's how you know couch nap's getting good is whenever you're facing the back of it. Like, get you a good couch.
I mean, if I'm napping, I don't nap in bed.
Yeah.
I nap on the couch.
See, sometimes I nap in bed, but whenever I nap in bed, and then it's like I just end up doing a big sleep.
Yeah, you're sleeping. But like if I'm gonna take a nap, I lay down on the couch.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't take a lot of naps. That's also me too. My brain's always going 100 miles per hour, so it's like hard for me to nap most of the time. But sometimes, some days I am like exhausted because I didn't sleep that much the night before or whatever it is. I'm like, I need a nap, and I just put something stupid on the TV and I lay down on the couch and I take a little nap until Daisy barks at some bullshit. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
But even then, like you said, instead of napping in bed, because then like if the dog barks or something happens, you wake up, you're like, I'm cozy in bed. You go back to sleep. But when you're taking that couch nap, something happens. Like, okay, I should get up and be productive. So like the couch, the furniture in the living room or wherever you put it is good for quick naps, the power naps.
Yeah, and that's all I need. That's I think.
And you can treat yourself real well. With
treat yourself to a new couch,
brand new furniture. Get you a good nap spot.
You can get a crazy couch for $1,400, but you get a decent couch.
Yeah,
Value City furniture. Okay. So that was your number 3, correct? Yes.
Mm-hmm. What do you got for number 4?
My number 4 is actually, I looked this up.
Mm-hmm.
And this pricing can vary. But I'm buying $1,400 worth of A5 Wagyu.
Oh, going for the food.
Rib loin. I don't know if you ever had A5.
I have not.
Oh my God. And I got a good story about this too.
Yeah.
I think it was A5. But so if you've never seen Wagyu, Google it. A5. Google it. A5's top of the line, top quality.
I'll go ahead and at this point I'll just post the pick up too.
Yeah. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually I'm thinking Kobe. Because Kobe's actually A5. Kobe's A5.
I thought they used the A5 for Wagyu.
I think they do. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm buying some beautiful steak.
Yeah. I read the steakhouse I used to work for. They're doing a lot of A5 Wagyu shit, and I always see all their stuff on Instagram. I'm always drooling over it. It's so fatty, so marbled.
So Steph's gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna tell this story. Dakota, that used to work for us, made his way up in the kitchen world. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I think he's somewhere else now, but at the time he was a sous chef at this badass restaurant in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And I was training for my job that I have now at the time, and I was up in Cleveland staying in a hotel, and Steph came up to visit me one night, and I was like, hey, we got to go to this restaurant. One of my old cooks is there.
Yeah.
He's badass now. Like, we got to go see him.
Let's go visit Dakota.
So he's the sous chef there. I told him we were coming. He's like, all right, you're not ordering anything? He's like,
that's awesome.
He's like, I'm going to take care of you. You're going to get like a 5-course meal. Like, you don't order anything.
Right.
So we sat at the bar.
One of the best perks of working in the food industry when you meet people and then
Right.
I'm like, no, shut up. I'm bringing you food.
Yeah. And I always have a little bit of pride when I see like him and like some of the other guys that came up. And
especially people we train and stuff.
Yeah. No offense to Dakota or any of you guys, but like at the time when you came and worked there, you were kind of punks.
I mean, they were kids. They
were kids. Yeah. They were so young. 16 to 18, like just starting out. They didn't know what they want to do.
They started out as a summer job.
Yeah.
And then it's awesome whenever you see them turn into something else because we kind of guided them.
Yeah.
Instead of like, this is a piece of shit summer job. You just want to make some money outside. Now you want to do this as a profession. That's when it like really hits home. Like we helped you do that. That's awesome. Like,
I watched him grow up a little bit. You watch him grow up a little bit, working with him for years. talking to him. You know, we've had moments where we both like shared intimate stuff with each other and like emotional stuff and all that. You know, it all goes with everybody we work with in a way. Some of you not, you suck, but
some of your pieces of shit. You probably still are too. Fuck off.
But we
click like and subscribe.
Anyways, we went to his restaurant and he's bringing us course out of course. He had scraps of A5 beef. I forget what it was. I don't know if it was from a rib loin, filet, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he brought it to us.
But they had like the cut off ends, you know, like they couldn't serve it as steak. They just had like the bits and pieces.
He's like, here's our scraps. And like, I ate one piece. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I'm like, Steph, you got to try it. Like, Steph, get in this. And it was just like, we had like, I don't know, maybe 6 pieces he brought, 6 nice little pieces.
Yeah.
Like, perfect. Like 6 1-ounce pieces or whatever.
Yeah.
Like 6-ounce piece, you're talking a lot of money.
Yeah, like a nice little taster because that shit's
$30 an ounce.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
In a restaurant, you pay $30 an ounce for it. But it was like the scraps. So he was able to like,
yeah.
I mean, I still paid for my meal a little bit. Well, he took care of most of it, but
right.
Still, either way.
But so you got a bargain there.
Well, there was these 2 guys beside us that obviously they were suited up, business dudes, whatever they were. Steph somehow made conversation with them at one point in time. They were chatting a little bit. Next thing I know, Steph pulls 2 pieces of this off and slides over and goes, here, you guys got to try this. And I about murdered her right then and there.
Was that before or after you were married?
Before.
Okay.
And my jaw dropped. And I looked at her and go,
should have been like, nope, we're never getting married.
I was in shock. I was like, what are you doing?
Sorry, Steph. You guys
what
are perfect
are you
together.
doing?
Yeah, I would have divorced.
She goes, what do you mean?
Married.
I'm like, you just handed them $50.
Yeah.
She goes, what? I had no idea. I was like, yeah, you just literally handed them $50 and said, here you go.
You done fucked up, kid.
And I can't take it back from these guys at this point. Like, I can't be like, no, that's mine.
Right.
But I'm like, and then she's like, well, you can eat the rest of mine. I'm like, no, you got to try a piece. Like, I felt like I almost made her cry at that moment. Because like, literally my blood pressure rose at that moment. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, you just give away the best thing in the world. And then those guys took a bite of it and they're like, oh yeah, that's really good. And that's all I said. And they went back to talking. I'm like,
they
had no idea.
God, that's amazing.
They had no idea what they just put in their mouth.
Well,
like,
I mean, luckily, at least for you, it's free.
Yeah.
So you didn't pay for it. So if you paid for
in
it,
a way,
it might be a different story. You're just, she's just being a nice person.
Still, I want to enjoy those other 2 bites.
Yeah. So maybe, yeah.
But yeah. So that's my story about that.
Not to judge you, Steph, too harshly. You probably shouldn't have gave it away, but that shows the kindness of her heart. She's a sweetheart.
And she's going to kill me for telling this story. She's like, you're still holding it against me. I'm not at all, babe, but it's still good. It's a good story.
She's a sweetheart. She was just being nice to people.
Oh, yeah. And that's all she does. That's all she does. She's a giver. So this is great. All right, Steve. I think that's enough about A5 Wagyu.
The big old Wagyu.
Let's go into your number 4.
So my number 4, I'm going to kind of give a broad spectrum here, but narrow it by some new tech. Because technology is awesome. Like, I could say, I already have one of these, but you buy this laptop, this decent, fucking machine of a laptop for $1,300. I think the next step up would have been $1,400, but it had like, not the red keyboard, but the red, green, and blue, so it could have made rainbow and shit. But yeah, buy like a gaming laptop. But now I'm gonna narrow it down to I want a VR system.
Okay.
I want a fucking VR system. They look fun as hell. Even for non-gamers, because like that was one of the biggest things with the Wii. It's probably the closest you got for VR.
Right.
Because you can actually interact, you move around. I'm looking at the HTC is one of the bigger names. I know Oculus is one.
Oculus is huge.
But the HTC Vive Pro you can get for $1199.01. I think it's self-reliant. Like I don't think you need an actual PC to run it.
Yeah, Oculus Quest 2 is actually one of the bigger ones, and it's
Yeah.
like $400. So you got some money left to throw in games and
Is
stuff.
that standalone though? Because a lot of them though, you have to have a gaming PC to run.
I think the Oculus is standalone now. Let me double check that real quick.
Because I was looking at some Oculuses the other day before we even decided to do this. I was looking into it, and it was like $800, and you still had to have a rig to run it.
Good buddy of mine, Justin, he wants me to get one because he's got an Oculus.
Yeah,
He's like, you got to get an Oculus. And I was like, well, my PC can't handle it. And he's like, you don't even need a PC.
no shit.
You might have to buy the better upgraded one. That's what I was trying to see what price that is. But anyways, let's say that.
Well, yeah, for broad generalization, you can get a full VR gaming kit. Even if you need the one that relies on a PC, you could probably build a desktop for cheaper than this laptop. Like, say you got $600 in that, another $600 in the VR, and then a couple $100 in some games, and you can have a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
like I don't know. Have you ever seen the clips of the game called Drunken Bar Fight?
Yeah, where they're like throwing people around and like hitting people with people. Yeah.
You're literally in a bar, and that's all you do is you just like, grab a bottle and just like smash it on a dude's head and like push people around. Like, that looks fun as fuck. Like, I want one. So I would definitely dump $1,400 into being able to do a VR shit.
Yeah, it's wild what the games that are on there, and I've had VR headsets on, but nothing like that.
Yeah.
And to actually play a game and like get that feeling. And now I've seen things where like they have a whole like strap on with a pad where you can like do all kinds of stuff.
You wear socks and you like running along this pad, like, so you're actually playing Call of Duty instead of you're actually doing Call of Duty instead of playing it with a controller, you know.
And how much that's going to change things. I mean, VR is probably our next evolution in gaming.
Yeah,
I would say.
Hopefully it'll get cheaper and better.
Oh, it 100% will. I mean, it's like a laptop. It's like a computer. It's like any gaming system.
Yeah.
All this stuff is improving. The technology for it is going to improve. They just need the market for it. The market's not quite there yet.
Right.
But it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Because it's not cheap enough yet. You know
right.
what I mean?
And it's just not something everybody's doing.
Right. So that's even PlayStation has their VR headset. Kirk actually has one.
Yeah.
I've played some VR games on it. It's wild. It's awesome. But the other cool thing about it, since it's PlayStation native, instead of having a big screen TV to game on,
just put it on your head.
Yeah. So say you want to play some Call of Duty, the whole screen's in your face. Like, so it's not a VR game, but you have everything there in front of your face, and it's awesome. Like, so you can literally like lay back.
You don't need a TV anymore.
Right.
Yeah,
Just kick back on the couch, laying down, just relax and playing video games.
Wally's coming true every day. the fat people laying around is, I'm in my own interactive world. I don't need to go outside because who gives a shit anymore?
Who needs to exercise? Who needs to do anything? Let's get all of our food from a drink and have screens in front of our face and get fat, and our bones don't connect anymore. I think that was part of the Wally thing.
Something weird. You got 6-pack in game. I don't need it out of game. Whatever. So yeah, I mean, I think VR is the future of gaming. It will be eventually, and like actually being physical with it, which will be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
and even like
it's gonna be years before. I mean, like 50 years.
Even like the movie Ready
crazy.
Player One. That movie's dope.
Yeah.
And like that would be awesome if there's a virtual reality world like that. You know. Yeah. That's
Interesting.
I'd buy me some new tech more towards the video gaming thing and more towards the VR side of it. That's my number 4.
Okay. Your number 4 is that. My number 5 is going to be a $1,400 suit.
Yeah.
Fitted, wonderful. Oh, we talk about getting in shape. Let's get in shape first, and I'm going to buy a $1,400 suit.
Get it
Never spent that much money on a suit. Yeah.
Right.
Get me tailored. Get her primped up. Get her like my a little more like my wedding tux.
Right.
Tuxedo. Let's get a suit that fits me really, really well.
And try to find like a good deal. Maybe get like a name like Versace or
Gucci.
those are probably way too expensive.
But I'm going to spend $1,400 on a suit.
Right.
Is what I'm saying. And something about wearing a suit.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody agrees, but when you're walking around in a good suit with a good pair of shoes on, you're all dappered up. Man, it feels good.
It does.
It feels good to look nice, you know?
It does.
Feels good to look nice.
It was on my list. I had to cross it off.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
nice. We got a little crossover there. Beautiful. Yes.
Like get you a suit and get you some shoes, you know?
Yeah.
Spend it good. And then definitely tailored, because I've never had anything tailored. I've always grabbed off the rack, like, yeah, that fits, but like, oh, maybe this is too long because my shoulders are broad. Now my sleeves are longer. Actually get measured, tailored, fitted, you
Everything.
know?
Yeah, just it fits you. It feels good on you. You know, you can adjust it however you want. Be like, take a little in, take a little out, take whatever it is. And just like, you know, just rock it, you know, and then, you know, take a step out to dinner and wear my suit.
Yep.
Baby, wear your dress. We're going out.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about that. I mean, just a damn good suit.
Got yourself a power suit. Take it to your next interview, you know? Take it out for a night on a town. You got yourself a power suit,
Right.
You know?
Right. It's going to be a little flashy. I ain't gonna lie. All right. What's going to be your last number 5 there, Steve?
Number 5, I'm going to travel now.
Okay.
Which is actually ridiculous. And I almost want to bite on it. I even looked it up through, I'm not going to say their name, a popular travel site.
Okay.
You get an all-inclusive.
DM us if you want to know.
Yeah. I'll tell you where to find it. And I even, just for shits and giggles, because it asks for the date and shit, you can depart on April 1st.
Okay.
Come back on April 7th, flying out of Canton, Akron.
Okay.
Go to Cancun, Mexico.
Okay.
Go to a resort where it's all-inclusive.
Oh.
So you don't even need any money after.
You're getting me. You're getting me excited right now.
$1,473. So
Ooh, so we got to throw $73
you got to
in.
throw $73 in.
I'm not going to disqualify you, but
And I didn't know this at first, but this is 1 room, 2 travelers.
oh, okay.
You can take a friend.
So wait, that can't cover both plane tickets. There's no way.
It's on there. It's
All right. Well, we'll have to look into that. I don't know, folks. But he's saying 1 room, 2 travelers. But
1 room, 2 travelers, preferred class economy. Doesn't tell me the airline. I know we're flying out of Akron, going to Cancun, and it's Panama Jack's Resort, Cancun, all inclusive.
there you go.
$1,473.
I like it.
So,
I like it.
and you get to take a friend.
Well, you know, this is
And
we're selfish here. So
And it's beaches and hopefully sun. Like, hopefully there's not a fucking, tsunami or whatever the fuck goes through Mexico at that point in time. Tropical storm or some
I
shit.
don't think they have tsunamis very much. Not that I remember of, but hurricanes maybe.
Yeah, I'm wondering, is that...
I don't think they get hurt. I don't know
where the-
hurricanes either.
I don't even know where the fuck Cancun is. Is that Gulf side or ocean side?
Let me check real quick. But yeah, I mean, that would be awesome. I mean, all inclusive for one is a good time because then you can just drink and
Yeah.
hang out on the beach.
Food's
You don't need to
included.
go anywhere. Yeah.
Food's included. Drinks are included.
I know a lot of people that like to do like a yearly trip or every other year go down to Mexico. I've heard a lot of stories about it.
Yeah.
Something I've always wanted to do.
Oh, it's more...
It's in the Gulf side.
It's between the Gulf and the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
So like I've heard a lot of people that like to do that trip, and they tell me stories of it, and it's like sounds awesome.
Right.
But
I've never been outside of the country. Mexico seems easy. I don't know any... Well, I know, like... Como se dias?
yeah, they're like
How do you say taco? Oh, it's taco. Okay, cool. Like...
common responses don't go too far off the resort though. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you get like in some, and I'm sure it's like anywhere, you get in bad parts, you get in bad parts. Doesn't matter. But
Yeah, but I wouldn't need to go off the resort because everything's included at the resort.
eat, drink, be merry on a beach.
Yeah.
I mean, what else do you want?
I already
I'm
spent
sure
my-
the beach is like combed and like
Yeah.
everything. It's pretty.
The pictures that they show are white sands and
Yeah.
clearer waters, and God, it looks amazing. So, yeah, that's my number 5. An all-inclusive trip to Cancun, Mexico,
Solid top 5, I'd say. I
staying
think
at the Panama Jack Resort.
I want to throw out my honorable mention that I thought you would say.
Yeah.
I thought you would say buying a $1,400 gun.
See, there was literally a Facebook post that I saw today, and it was called the the AR-15 stimulus package. It's a place in Canton. I don't know their name. I'm not going to throw them out. But you get an AR-15, you get a sight, you get like a underbarrel flashlight for it, and 300 rounds of 5.56.
Okay.
That's
a good deal.
like,
yeah.
Even the rounds and the sight and the flashlight are worth $1,400.
Yeah.
And I even told Sarah, I'm like, can we go? Like I pulled. Well, I didn't really pull the hard bargain, but I was hoping she'd say yes.
Yeah. So I was actually thought you'd come with the gun like at your 1 and 2, and that's why I had the tank lined up. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gonna go with gun? I'm gonna go with the tank.
Yeah. Or even any weapon.
But driving
weapons are
to me,
awesome.
driving a tank would be just stupid fun. Though.
Right.
Yeah, and then I had gaming, so like that would have took her. You say your technology, that would be the same thing. And then I had just getting a $1,400 cigar and smoking that thing. Yeah. Actually, I'd be like a $700 cigar and a bottle of $700 bourbon or something.
Split
it with. You know what I mean? Like you could just double it up. Be like, I got cigar and I got bourbon.
A little cigar whiskey relax.
Yeah,
that would be dope. I guess because I wanted to do like a golf simulator, but those are fucking expensive apparently.
They are very expensive.
You said some of the things that I had on my list, so I guess my honorable mention, and this is all about sleeping apparently for me because I already said
like good sleep
furniture, so you could take that dope ass nap. Mm-hmm. Get a brand new mattress.
Like you sound way too responsible over me right now.
Well, no, because like people don't realize you can treat yourself when you sleep. You know.
Well, I get it, but you're sounding too responsible still. I'm just saying that's things like as normal beings we should be buying all the time, right?
Yeah. But
we don't enough.
No.
We don't enough. We don't spend enough money on our sleeping. We don't spend enough money on our food.
You don't treat yourself enough in the mattress department.
I mean, I guess we do spend probably enough money on food, but like you don't treat yourself with food. Like I'm never going out and buying an A5 steak unless I got like the money to do it. Like it's expensive.
A third of your life is spent on that mattress.
Right.
Treat yourself on that. You know, like maybe even get the one that where it like sits up so you can watch TV. Then.
And I didn't mention on that. I'm getting I can get a 10-pound rib loin for about $1,400. By the way.
Of the A5?
Of the A5.
Oh, big old boy.
Oh, we sharing that.
Shit cut. You buy that.
I'm taking 5 pounds.
You buy that, and then we put it on the plane, and you'll be my guest at Cancun.
There we go, baby. How we talking?
Sorry, Sarah. Sorry, kids. You guys ain't going nowhere.
Yep. Cody's got 10 pounds.
We got that stimmy money.
We're going to have that waiting for us when we get there. We're going to get 5 pounds prime rib style.
Right.
And then we're going to have the other 5 pounds of cutting the steaks and eat while we're there. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we finished it off with this little Proper 12 shot here.
We got ourselves the Proper 12.
Conor McGregor's Proper 12.
With the mini hoodie.
With the mini hoodie. Let me put that back in front there. Put it on my bottle.
Look at how cute that is.
I had a
damn good time.
I had a damn good time.
Did you have a damn good time?
I had a super damn good time.
Fucking ain't right.
All right. To the next one.
Cheers. Love you, boo.
Love you, boo.